What are the best online brokers in Germany and what should you be looking out for when you choose one? In this video, we will compare 4 online brokers in Germany to help you pick the best one for you. Hey, I'm Jen and I'm from Guatemala.
And I'm Yvonne and I'm German.
And together we're from simplegermany.com where we help expats settle into life in Germany more smoothly. Very good. So make sure to stick around until the end of the video because we will share with you not only which online broker we actually use and why, but also answer the big questions. Should I pay taxes when I invest in Germany? So make sure to stick around. So first of all, the biggest question is, why do I need an online broker?
Well,
Yvonne?
Yes, I was going to say, let me just backtrace here a little bit. You don't need an online broker per se to settle into Germany, right?
Right.
I would say an online broker is like the next level of your settlement. So why do you need an online broker? You only need one if you are looking into or if you want to invest into the stock market. Based out of Germany, like while living in Germany.
Or also into cryptocurrency?
Or also the cryptocurrency, exactly, yeah. So basically if you want to invest money online into stocks and crypto. Yeah. Now, why are we talking about this topic? We've actually gotten some questions around this. We realized we've actually been quite banking heavy lately, like the credit cards, the bank accounts, and now the online brokers. But you asked, so we give you the answer, because it's of course very important. And just to give you a kind of a little loop, Germany is not one of the countries that is super big in the stock market yet. However, especially in the past 1 to 2 years, the number of people that have started to invest into funds and the stock market in general have increased tremendously, especially the younger generation.
Interesting.
Maybe because interest rates are super low, and I mean, also even us, how our pension will be, our state pension will be later on is questionable. Yeah. So I think those are like 2 main topics why people are pushing to enter the stock market to get better returns of their money.
Okay, and then how can I do this? What types of brokers do I have access to in Germany?
So we are also going to touch both sides. So obviously there is the traditional bank that with your checking account you can also open. In German it's called a depot, which is a securities account through which of course your investments run, and they're like held there.
Okay.
And nowadays, which is again one more reason why I think also the younger generation or more people are pushing onto the market, is online brokers, like, I mean, the word online has it in there, but service providers that are exclusively offering depots, securities accounts. So they are exclusively online brokers and don't offer the other banking shenanigans.
Interesting. Before we jump into the comparison table, we will clarify very shortly, briefly, some terminology that you might need to know, because once we're in the table, we will talk about them. So we'd rather explain them now than when we're in the table. So first concept is, what is an ETF?
So an ETF stands for exchange traded fund, and the big difference to a general investment into the stock market is that an exchange traded fund, an ETF, is done automatically. So there's like an algorithm, a machine behind it, which makes it so much more affordable, cheaper to invest into ETFs than, let's say, in a stock per se.
Because there's no person behind it actually doing the whole bets and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So then second concept is what is a savings plan?
A savings plan is basically a reoccurring amount of money. Usually it starts at around €25 that you pay every month into the same ETF or stock or fund for a longer period of time. Usually that's, I mean, you can choose how long, but it's usually used for a longer period of time.
Okay. And the German word for savings plan?
Ein Sparplan.
Sparplan.
So ETF Sparplan would be is like the hot word currently, actually.
Okay. And the last concept is, what is an order?
So an order, because we were talking about cost per order, is a single time purchase. So if you order a stock or a fund once, let's say you have €5,000 at hand that you don't want to have lying around just in your bank account, but you want to invest it, you can make an order once to invest the €5,000.
And that is an order.
Exactly, because a one-time purchase. Whereas a savings plan is a reoccurring purchase every month.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So the first one we're looking into is Trade Republic, and Trade Republic is a German securities bank. So they only do security accounts, which makes them so popular nowadays, and especially also because they are by far the cheapest on the market, which is why they're getting a lot of attention.
Okay.
Now, shall we already jump into the comparison? Or?
Yes, we can. Well, this is just before. This is a good option for beginners.
Yes.
And the one kind of downside is that they only have a mobile app.
I don't know if it's a downside, actually. That's one of their unique selling points.
Okay. Yeah. It depends on which perspective you want to look at it. But let's just say there's only a mobile app, and it's. But the cool thing is that it's available in English.
Right, and they were the first ones to actually have an online brokerage only on a mobile app. So they are totally disrupting the market there.
In Germany, I would argue.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now we can jump into the comparison table. So, English website and app.
Yes.
Very good. Free securities account.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Which
Yes?
Yes, can I interrupt there?
Yes.
So you don't pay money to have a securities account, which in my world is still wow, because I used to pay for my securities account a lot of money every year just to be able to handle my money in there.
Yeah, so that's interesting. That's cool. Cost per savings plan, so ETF and stocks.
They are free.
Oh, that's super
interesting. We have free savings plans.
And cost per order?
So the cost per order is, I believe, €1, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Which is still very, very low.
No, it's super cheap. Yeah, like you mentioned. Current number of stocks and ETFs available.
Right, so this is the time of recording because, of course, that changes all the time.
Course, yeah.
At the moment, it's around 9,000.
Oh, okay, that's pretty big, yeah. Investment in crypto possible?
Yes, it is. It's actually one of their newest additions. They are also entering the crypto market now, and they are offering currently only 4 coins, but it's the 4 most popular,
okay.
I would say, and you can invest into the real coin currency per se.
Yeah, cool. Okay, super interesting.
And you also have the storage in there, so you don't need to worry about where do you hold your crypto afterwards.
Nice. Okay. So now let's go into our second contender, and here it's called Scalable Capital.
Yes, Scalable Capital is actually, they are an online brokerage and a robo-advisor. What is a robo-advisor?
Like something automatic?
Exactly. It's like, so we previously talked about an order that a human behind it needs to place it.
Yes.
So here it's machines with algorithms that basically they trade, like they sell and buy, sell and buy, sell and buy at the same time. We're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the online brokerage only.
Okay, that means that it's more like to having these recurring ETFs investments.
Yeah, that you manually choose what you buy. There's no machine behind it really.
Okay, all right, okay. So if we jump into the comparison table, before we do that, they do have also a desktop and app.
Yes.
So you can access the services through both, not only app. Okay, now the comparison table. So English website and app.
They do have both, yes. However, for whatever strange reason, the registration is only possible in English on the app.
That's interesting. So if I want to register on the desktop, that would be in German.
Yes, I mean, you have the English website, but it says on the website that the registration is only available in German on the website.
Interesting.
And registration on the app is in English.
Okay, so there you know. If you want to register with them, you need to download the app and then register. Free securities account?
Yes.
Nice. Cost per savings plan?
So the first savings plan is free, and every extra savings plan costs 99 cents.
Okay.
Per purchase, so per month then.
Per month, okay. Yeah. Cost per order?
It's also 99 cents. And here comes in my opinion, unique selling point for Scalable Capital, which makes it also more interesting for advanced traders, I would say, because they also offer a flat rate. So you pay a one-time fee a monthly fee it starts at $2.99. Goes up, I believe, to $4.99 currently.
Okay.
Where you can trade unlimited, savings plans, stocks, funds per month, which makes it, of course, a super good bargain if you are very, very active.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we haven't seen that before yet with the other one. Cool. Okay. So current number of stocks and ETFs available.
So I need to sneak my here the little notes. So currently, also it is 11,500. So a little more than Trade Republic. Yeah.
And investment in crypto possible?
So yes, they're also saying it's possible, but here you cannot invest into the real coin and currency, but into so-called ETPs, which means that you're investing into the value that they currently have, kind of like in the stock market. So you're investing in the paper of it, but not into the real coin.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
So
it's a different kind of investment.
So just be sure that if you're into crypto, whether that's the kind of way you want to go.
Yeah. Okay. As a reminder, all the links of the online brokers that we're talking about and anything else that we mentioned will be linked in the description box below, so you can find them down there, easy for you to access.
Yes.
Let's continue to our third contender, which is flatex.
Yes, flatex, exactly. Flatex is also a German company. Actually, they're all German. It's very, very interesting. Yeah, it's a German company, and I would say one of the most established online brokers. Like they've been around a lot longer.
Okay.
And they are definitely also for the advanced trader. So beginners, again, we are not, very, very big disclaimer, we are not bankers, we're not consultants in any say. We're just reporting here our own research and experience.
Yes.
But flatex itself also states that they want their users to be experienced, and they want them to be knowledgeable of what they want to do with their money.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So that's a big, okay. So this is more for the advanced trader, as we
Definitely,
already said.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, and here, interesting that we have is that they have domestic and international exchanges.
Exactly. I wanted to elaborate on that because previously I don't want to confuse. If you're a beginner, I don't want to confuse you. But if you're more advanced, that's the time to mention this. Trade Republic and Scalable Capital, their exchanges are domestic only. What does that mean? So if you're investing money in the stock market, you're trading via some sort of exchange. As an example, of course, one of the most popular exchanges in the world is the New York Stock Exchange. Now, obviously, you won't be trading your money in these platforms, the New York Stock Exchange, because that will be a lot more expensive. In Germany, there is like Xetra, which is like the biggest exchange, but also there it is more expensive. So there are a lot of smaller exchanges, which are just as, in my opinion, reliable.
Okay.
And they offer cheaper prices.
Okay.
Now, with flatex, you have the option to choose which exchange you're trading on. And they are offering domestic and international exchanges.
So I could actually use this New York trading?
Possibly.
If I would want to pay so much money for it?
Possibly, yeah. I'm not sure actually if the New York Stock Exchange is part of it.
Okay.
But they are also offering exchanges outside of Germany.
Okay, that's super interesting to know. Okay.
Yeah.
So now jumping into the comparison table, here we go. English and website and app.
Unfortunately not.
So not only do you need to be an advanced trader, but you also need to have some German knowledge, I would say, to use this one, right? Free securities account?
Yes, but. So it is free as long as you only invest in ETFs and funds.
Okay.
The moment you are investing like in single stocks or other possible investments via flatex, you actually pay a fee of 0.1% per year of your portfolio.
Okay. Interesting. So cost per savings plan, ETF and stocks?
ETFs and so savings plans again is free. So that is, they've caught on there. They've actually changed that to be more competitive. Yeah. And the cost per order, it can be free. And the maximum price that I have found during my research is €15.90. So that depends on what you're buying and on what exchange you're buying it.
And here comes the interesting part, because current number of stocks and ETFs available.
Here comes the big change. It's 1 million.
Wow. So a lot of opportunities to
coming also with a bit more exchanges, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And investment in crypto possible?
Not at all, no.
Interesting. So it's purely,
It's really advanced stock trading, really also single stocks and other like papers.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay. So that was number 3, flatex. Now let's jump to our 4th contender, which is DKB Broker.
Correct, yes. So as a little background information, DKB is a German direct bank. So it's an online bank that has been around for
very long time, I would say.
A long time, yeah. And to access the DKB broker, you need to be a banking customer. So this would be what I mentioned earlier, a traditional, even though they're not traditional per se, because they're just an online bank. You need to be a traditional banking customer to then, next to your checking account, also open your depot, your securities account, which is totally possible. You just need to ask them, and a couple of days later it's open.
We actually do a full comparison of DKB in our video Best Credit Cards in Germany, so you can check that out if you want more information about them. But the important thing that you should know is to be an active customer and to have a free bank account with them is that you need to have a deposit made to your bank account of a minimum of €700 per month.
Correct.
So that's the minimum that you need to receive, so everything is kind of free.
Yes, and then what Jen just mentioned, they also have an amazing credit card, which more on that in our video. And they also have this depot, the securities account, which we want to just give you another option here compared to the other 3.
Yeah, okay, so jumping into our comparison table, English website and app.
Nope, German only.
Yeah. Free securities account?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. Cost per savings plan?
So the cost per ETF savings plan is €1.50, which is a bit more than the others, but still relatively low compared to other traditional banks.
The cost per order, this is a bit more expensive, I would say.
The cost per order depends, similar to flatex, on what you buy and where you buy it, because DKB Broker also basically gives you access to I would say not all, but most of the exchanges in the world.
Okay.
And the cost per order can range from 10 euro to 35 euro, depending on what you're buying.
And the super interesting part is the current number of stocks and ETFs available?
Is 1.5 million.
Wow, that's also super
Options
interesting.
of investment. Is
cool. Yeah. And investment in crypto possible?
Nope.
Again.
It's really also just a pure stock exchange, stock market brokerage.
Yeah, super interesting. Yeah. Okay, so to wrap this table, the conclusion, what would it be then?
Yeah. So the conclusion is we are, first of all, again, we are not financial advisors, so we are not going to give you a recommendation.
Yeah.
We wanted to outline here for you what is possible and for you to identify, first of all, where is your knowledge? Like, who are you? Are you experienced because you've already traded in your home country or where you lived before? Or are you a beginner and you're looking to invest your money best? So that is also how we would categorize these for online brokers. Like we mentioned during the review, Trade Republic for us is great for beginners, just because their costs are so amazingly cheap.
Yeah.
A beginner is usually, at least in my opinion, would start like with ETFs or something like that. Now for more advanced or actually day traders, so those of you that actually want to, see their money work and buy and sell and not just invest and forget about it, Scalable Capital is a great contender because of the flat rate. And flatex, of course, is a great contender for the more advanced that want to access more exchanges and want to actually also go into single orders.
Yeah, okay, interesting. And what about DKB?
And DKB is, I would say, a great option of convenience. Like if you would like to have your banking and your online brokerage under one package.
Yeah, and your credit card.
And your credit card, exactly, yeah. And of course you speak the German language. I mean that should be at least on a certain level.
Yeah, I would agree, yeah.
And you don't mind paying little fees for having everything under one package.
Yeah. And which one do we have, Yvonne?
So we are actually the fourth contender here. Since we are DKB customers, we have our online brokerage with DKB and mainly as ETS.
Yeah.
And we don't mind spending the €1.50, just so it's more convenient. Just to like explain, previously I had my depot at Commerzbank.
And that was expensive.
And that was very expensive. So there I would pay like a monthly fee or quarterly fee to just have the depot open. And also orders there were a lot more expensive. So DKB already for us is so much cheaper.
Yeah.
Since I speak the language and we've been customers, that's our choice. Now, if that would not be the case, like for example, if you wouldn't have me, who would you look into?
Yeah, I would probably look into Trade Republic.
Okay.
I think it's the easiest one because I think it's also they market themselves for beginners.
Yeah.
And everything is in English, so I would start with that, and then maybe I would climb my way up into DKB.
Okay.
Yeah. But also I would say because I'm interested also in crypto, right? Like that's just a personal choice, so that also allows to do that with Trade Republic. And like you said, you invest in the coin and not in the paper worth. But that's a whole discussion for a different time, yeah? But now to the big question, Yvonne. Like, do I need to pay taxes in Germany if I am investing?
Investing in the stock market.
Investing in the stock market. Important. Yes, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, because investing could be investing in the stock market.
So, yes and no. So, when you invest, first of all, you don't. However,
you don't pay taxes.
Like you don't pay taxes when you choose to invest your money. However, you need to know that when you choose to do that, you most likely, hopefully, I mean that's your goal, right? To make a profit out of that. You will pay taxes once you make a profit that enters your bank account. So meaning when you get paid out dividends. Okay. Or when you actually sell something with a profit.
Yeah. Okay.
And you will pay taxes on the profit only, so not on the money that you actually invested, like you also paid in. And that is the tax is called capital gains tax, which currently stands at 25%. However, there is an addition. You also add the solidarity tax, which currently stands at 5.5%.
Okay.
So in the end, you pay around 26.4%.
36.
Sorry. No, 26.
Sorry, 26.
26.4%. That's the tax you pay on your profits. And if you're in the church and you pay church tax, more on the church tax in another video that we did, that will also be added on top.
Wow, okay, so you pay extra church tax on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roughly a quarter, a little bit more than a quarter on the profit you pay in taxes. And how does this work, the system?
Wait, however, I would say, because I know this, that this is only applicable if I make more than 801 euros in profit, or I receive more than 801 euros in profit in my bank account.
Per year.
Per year.
Yes.
Because I, as an individual person, can have can get a payment of 801 euros tax-free.
Correct, yes.
Maximum, right?
Yes, on capital gains.
On capital gains,
If you are a married couple like us, the value doubles if we do our tax declaration together. So then it's twice
1,602.
Exactly, yes. Now the question is, how do you make use of that free amount, that tax-free amount? And how do the brokerages handle the taxation?
Ah, interesting, yeah.
So as long as you are based in Germany and your bank account that you get, like you need to work these online brokerages, you need a cash bank account that you send money in and you get the cash payments out.
Yeah.
And as long as that bank account is also based in Germany, then the brokerages most often or not do the taxation automatically anonymously.
Ah, interesting.
Meaning that whenever you have a profit, they already subtract the taxation and send that to the Finanzamt. However, to make use of your 801 euro that is tax-free, you can, so in German that's called Freibetrag, free amount.
Yeah.
You can set up a, here it comes,
it's a long German word. Here we go.
Freistellungsauftrag, right? Let me have a look. It says it here. Yes, yeah, I said it correct. So a Freistellungsauftrag, which in English would be an exemption order for capital gains.
Wow, okay, so yeah. Actually, maybe the English word is longer than the German one.
Yes, an exemption order for capital gains, in German Freistellungsauftrag, which if you look for either word, depending on what language the page is in, you will find that in each brokerage. And you can set the amount that you want it to be. For example, if you have two different brokerages, you can say, I want half-half, but if you only have one, set it to 801 euro. And that means that the brokerage will not send the taxes to the Finanzamt as long as it is within the 801 euro.
Ah, that's super interesting. Okay, so if it's 802, then they would send the taxes.
They would send the taxes of 1 euro to the Finanzamt, yes.
Oh, that's super interesting.
Either way, if you think you've paid too much taxes or you don't have this automatic deduction for whatever reason, because maybe you use a bank account that's outside of Germany, you can always settle for or against you, like you can get money back or maybe have to pay money extra with your tax declaration at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So maybe that would actually be a topic for another video one day.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have, of course, a written guide on tax declaration, which you can access in the link below.
Yeah, super cool. So thank you for that very good knowledge there.
And I hope that actually everything was correct.
Yeah. If not, I'm pretty sure
we have the Germans that will help us out in the comments.
For sure. So that wraps up our comparison guide. If you use any of the links for the online brokers that we have in the description box below, these are affiliate links. That means if you decide to go to any of these services, we would get a small commission at no additional cost to you. So you would get it for free, but we would just make a little commission. And that is a good way of supporting Simple Germany. However, you don't have to go and get an online broker to support Simple Germany. You can always hit that like button and that subscription button if you're not already subscribed to our channel.
Exactly.
That would really help us out a lot. And if you would really want to go the extra mile,
then you can also go ahead and go to our coffee page, where you can donate to Simple Germany to help the channel grow in the form and value of a coffee.
You can do that either as a monthly payment, one-time payment, or a monthly payment. Yeah, I think that's wraps it up, right?
Yeah.
So we wish you have a very good week. We will see you next Monday. Until then,
cheers!